Kerala.
Speak to Dr. George Chandy in Thiruvalla in India via Skype. He's a senior doctor at the Believers Church Medical College Hospital, which is located in an area badly impacted by the flooding. Doctor, we appreciate you speaking to us at a time like this. What are the most immediate medical needs, medical conditions that you're seeing?
We've been going to several camps. There are over 800,000 people around this area, and we've been going from camp to camp over the last 4 or 5 days. Lots of upper respiratory infections. People have been drenched in water, and their clothes are wet, and they don't have anything at all. So having been exposed to the cold, lots of fever, upper respiratory infections. We know that very soon there'll be diarrheal diseases, more and more upper respiratory infections. We're worried about a condition called leptospirosis, which is very common in this part of the country. It's a rat bite fever. So we've already started advising people to take doxycycline on a regular basis. The wells are covered, and therefore water will be infected. So we are advising people to boil water for over 20 minutes in order to make it safe. In the camps, there's a lot of fungal infection, particularly in the intertriginous areas of the feet. People have been lying down in water for many, many hours. And so there are illnesses because of that. And many people will come in, we know, with pneumonia. The other big problem is that...
No, go ahead.
There are, these people they had to be moved out of their homes, so they don't have their medications, the diabetics, the hypertensives, those with ischemic heart disease, none of them have any medicine. So we are in the hospital, we are gearing towards that, so that we're going out into the camps and ensuring that we supply them with their medicines. Many of them don't even know what medicines they were on.
So let me ask you this, though. This is the second time you brought up medicines. So you're talking about there are people that were obviously already on medications, on prescriptions, and then you also talked about doxycycline being used really in a prophylactic way. Do you have enough of all of these medicines?
No. Doxycycline in India is quite cheap, so that we're giving it out quite freely, but medicines are expensive in India. So therefore, we need to try and stock more and more medicines and try and get them to these camps initially and try and see whether they can be taken care of in the camps. But if they have to come into hospital, most of them would need intensive care, lots of medications, and we don't have the medicines, the funds to take care of such a large number of people.
So is it a matter of needing more donations? Is it a matter of better organization, or both?
Both. What we've done in the hospital here is that initially we moved out, like the pictures we have at the back, into areas, and we were able to personally, from the hospital, save 700 odd people. Now we know it's the next phase where people don't have food, and we are making sure that we give them as much as we can, go out there and identify their illnesses and treat them. The next phase is going to be even more difficult with all the infections, the diarrheal diseases, the respiratory infections, the pneumonias, and we have a large number of elderly people in our population. So these people are certainly going to come down with infections, and we need to have the wherewithal to take care of them. So that's where donations will help us a lot. So the phase after that will probably be even more difficult because they've lost everything. There is nothing at ground zero. So trying to help them build their lives again, their homes again, their families again, is going to be a very, very difficult task. And my own personal estimate is it will take a minimum of 5 years to get them back onto ground. And, we are called God's own country, and we hope that we'll get there sometime.
Dr. George Chandy, thank you so much for the work you do and for talking to us. We appreciate it very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
On Saturday's show, we talked about how the positive online conversation has been about the floods. People are focused on the rescue.